excited to have you. So, Janetta, if you can just go ahead and share your journey from 20 years in corporate America to becoming a wellness advocate and international speaker.
Oh, wow. I was really happy in corporate America until I really wasn't. And I always tried, Gina, to find my purpose in what I was doing. I was working at Turner Broadcasting System, which is now Warner Bros. Discovery, but brands like CNN, Cartoon Network, TNT. I had like a dream job, right? But one day I woke up and I think it was 2013. And I'm like, I don't know, like I really want to make an impact in the world. And you know what happens, Gina, when you put in the universe, when you ask a question or when you think about something and you want the answers and the universe came back to me. I remember it was the beginning of 2014 and I was walking with my friend in Venezuela and he's like, well, you know what? There's this institute called Institute for Integrative Nutrition, and you can become a health coach. February, I sign up, I study for a year, which was great because I was, in the VIP rooms, in the airport, because I was still working, but I was studying. And I was doing something that I really liked. So I finished that in 2015 and I kept working just because sometimes we don't want to make decisions in life. However, it was perfect because I'm like, all right, I think I need another master. And I got back to school to get a master in health coaching. That was great. And then by the end of 2018, I think, I had all the tools and my company was restructuring. And okay, this is it. 2019, it was all right. So let me keep studying. I had a husband, so we were traveling. I was doing things that I never did before, like not working at all. And I started working with a coach in Colombia. And when 2020 came, Gina, I was like, all right, this is the year. And then, of course, pandemic hit. But pandemic was amazing, Gina, because I started producing lots of content. I started helping lots of people around the world, especially in the United States and Latin America, with webinars, classes every Friday, because everybody were, in their homes. They couldn't go out and everything. And when I decided in 2021 that I was going to do this as my business, I got divorced. And it's like, Gina, like life hits you with not a ball, but like a big snowball. And even though it took some time, to put myself together again, because adversity comes and maybe sometimes you don't know, but I had the right tools with all the studies that I did. And because I knew what to do. And right now I empower women and I guide them to create the life that they deserve with lots of physical and mental and energy. So that's a little bit of my journey in 20 years.
That's wonderful. I realized for myself too that that pause in 2020 really opened up and made people realize, you know what? I'm not really wanting to stay in the corporate America. I'm not really wanting to stay on this path that I'm on.